and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today in this Python tutorial series, I'm going to talk about some more built-in functions like length, ABS and round. So first let's talk about what is length function. Length is defined with len along with round brackets, and it is used to calculate the length or the number of items of an object. And my object can be a string, list, tuple or a dictionary, which can be passed as an argument inside my length function. So if I pass string as an argument inside length function, then it will calculate how many number of characters are there in my list and will return it to me. If I pass list, tuple or a dictionary as an argument inside my length function, then it will count and return me the number of items present in my sequence. So let's have a look. This is my list having 4 number of elements inside it. And once I have applied this length function onto my list, as you can see that list 1, the variable name I have passed as an argument inside the length function. So it is going to return me 4 because my list is containing 4 number of elements. Similarly, if I talk about string, so Python language is a string which is going to return me 15 number of characters if I apply length function on it, right? So you can say that 14 characters are there, but my length function counts the white spaces also as characters. So there is only one white space, so 1 is counted over here. If I'll take 2 white spaces, then 2 characters will be counted. Another example, tuple1 is equal to Python programming language. Now here my Python programming language is not written as a string. It is written as item. So Python is first item in the tuple, programming is second item in the tuple, and language is third item in the tuple. So length of tuple1 is going to return me 3 because 3 number of elements are there in my tuple. So we can have a look. So I am going to take one example. str1 is equal to hello world, right? And I'm going to apply length function onto my str. So it is going to return me 11. Now let's count number of characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 number of characters are returned by my length function, including white spaces in between. Similarly, I can write it in this way also. I need not to take another special variable for the same, and it is going to return me the same result. And as I told you that my length function I can apply onto my sequences also. So my sequences are list, tuple or dictionary. So let's have a look. L1 is equal to, I'm going to take some value and will apply length function onto it. So I'm getting the result as 5 because 5 number of elements are there in my list. Similarly, I can show you one example of a tuple as well. So here I'm going to take some characters and the digits also. So mix and match elements I have entered. Now I'll apply my length function onto my T1 and I'll get the result as 5 because here in my tuple also 5 number of elements are there. Now I can take one example of dictionary also. Dictionary is equal to, now curly bracket, my first element is A, my second element is B, my third element is C, right? And once I'll apply my length function onto my dict1, then it will return me 3 because 3 number of elements are there. As you know that my dictionary is a combination of key value and the value, right? So 1 colon A is counted as 1 element, 1 item in the dictionary. That's why we are saying that 3 elements are there in my dictionary. So this is how my length function works. Let's move back. Next. Now we are going to talk about ABS function. What is ABS? ABS is defined as absolute function, right? So it is used to return the absolute value of a given number. Now what is my absolute value? That means whatever the value is there, it will return it as it is. But where is the difference? Number can be my integer or float, right? But it always returns a value in positive. So if I'm going to write any negative number, it will return me the number in positive. But one advantage of using ABS function is that it will convert the negative values into positive, but it will not alter the value, right? For example, if I'm writing ABS of 90, then it is going to return me 90. If I say ABS of minus 90, then it will return me 90. That means negative value can be converted into positive. But if I say ABS of minus 90.45, then it will return me 90.45. That means negative can be converted into positive, but the value which is written, which is there, will not be altered at any cost. Okay, another example. So I have written the same value in positive, it will return me the same value as it is. So we can have a look. Now, if I say that ABS of minus 89.34, so I'll get the result as 89.34. My value will not be altered, but it will be converted into positive. And similarly, if I'll write any positive value in this way, like this, 0.0, so it will return me 34.08. Another thing we can say that I can write an expression also in place of value. Like if I say that 3 minus 9, so my ABS will return me 6. Otherwise, I'll get the result as minus 6. But my absolute function will convert that negative value into positive one. Similarly, I am taking one expression 3 by 4 minus 12 multiplied by 4, right? So it is going to return me minus 47.25. But if I'll apply ABS function on the same expression, then what will I get? This. The same value I am getting, but in positive. So this is the use of absolute function. It will return me absolute value in positive. Let's move on. Next is round function. So we are going to understand what is my round function. Round is used to round off a given floating point number. This concept we generally learn in our mathematics also, that once we need to round off any value, then we stick onto one principle, that after the decimal, if I am getting any number as 5 or more than 5, then the previous number which is written before that will be incremented by 1, and in that way we round off the value. For example, let's understand the syntax first. Round off n comma p. Now this is the syntax. We can pass here two arguments, but it is not mandatory to pass the second argument. If I want to pass, I can use it. So what is n over here? Here n is a number to be rounded. That means this is my actual number which I am going to round off. And what is p? Here p defines the number of places after decimal till where the number is to be rounded. Let's say I have 4 decimal places after a decimal, right? That means 4, 5, 6, 7 after decimal. So I want to round off my number till 2 places only. So what will happen? Those 4 number of places will get converted into 2 decimal places. So that's why we write p, so that I can define that after decimal I want 2 number of places or 3 number of places or 0 number of places. For example, we are writing round off 23.4. So here I have passed only one argument, that is n, my number which I am going to round off. So I'll get the result as 23. And why 23? Because after decimal my number is 4, which is less than 5. So if the number is less than 5, no increment will take place before the number. It will remain same. Another example, if I say round 23.45 comma 0. Now here I have passed two arguments. That means the number which is to be rounded off, and second argument as 0. That means 0 decimal place I want. Okay, so I'll get the result in this way. Another example, round off 23.45 comma 1. Now I want one decimal place after my number. Okay, so it is going to return me 23.5. And why 0.5? Because if you see that the last number is 5, that means I told you if the number is 5 or greater than 5, then the previous number is incremented by one value. So my 4 will be incremented by one value and will be converted into 5. That's why we are writing 23.5. So let's have a look at how does it work. If I say round off 22.3, right? So it is giving me the result in 22. But if I write the same value with 0.6, it is going to give me 23. How come? Because this 3 value after decimal is lesser than 5. So no increment will take place before decimal. But here my after decimal value is 6. So this is greater than 5, right? So that's why the before value, that means previous value, will take increment by 1. And that's why it is converted into 23. Another example, if I say that I want 0 decimal place. Okay, so in this example, I have not passed any argument, but here I have passed one more argument. That means how many number of decimal places I want, and that is 0. So it is going to return me 23.0. In this case, I will not get the integer number as a result. This is only the difference between this. Although after decimal, I am not getting any number like 0.6 or anything else. I am getting only 0, but still it will be written as float number. Another example, if I say that in place of 0, I want 1, that means 1 decimal place I want. So it will return me the same value because there is no round off after that, after one value, because there is only 1 decimal place. Another example we can take as round off 23.8765, right? 4. So what will happen now? It will convert it into 24. How? Let me show you. First, it will be converted into 23.8765. Okay, 4 will be completely discarded. And why 4 will be discarded? Because this is lesser than 5. In the next step, it will give me the result as 877 because this is 5. So this is 5 or greater than 5, right? So my previous value will be incremented by 1. So my number will become 877. Now the next step is 23.88 because 7 is also greater than 5. So the previous value will be incremented by 1 and that's why it has converted into 88. Now next step is 23.9 because this 8 is also greater than 5. So my 8 plus 1 is equal to 9. And next step will definitely be 24. Okay, because 9 is also greater than 5. So 23 plus 1 is equal to 24. And the same result I have got here. Now if I take the same example, this, and I say that I want 3 decimal places. So what will happen? It will return me 877, which is the same result I have shown you just now, 877. These are 3 decimal places. Similarly, if I say that I want 2 decimal places after that, then it will be converted into 23.88, which I have shown you in my example. Similarly, if I say that I want only 1 decimal place, so it will get converted into 23.9, which I have shown you here. And if I say that I don't want any decimal place, but 0 it should be, so it will return me the number in float, that is 24.0. It will first get round off and after that it will show me 24.0. So this is how the round function works. So there are 2 arguments. First argument is the number which is to be rounded off and the second argument is how many number of places do you want after that. I guess this is enough for the day. We have learned so many things. We have learned about length function, ABS function and round function. So in my next tutorial, I will come with more information. Keep practicing, keep watching. Till then, stay safe, stay happy.